We're going to do an on-the-grid project today. We're going to make pickled asparagus. Super easy recipe. I've had the same one for forever. You can pick out anyone from the internet. That's how everybody does everything. But I'm hoping to get up to the cabin tomorrow, maybe show you around there and get some other videos done on how we got to this point. But this is just one of those old-timey things that makes you feel like you did something special. Great to give out for the holidays. So I'll explain it. So there's my well-worn recipe. Asparagus cut to length for the jars. Dill, garlic, some habanero, black pepper. Like I said, just pick out any recipe you want. It's super easy to do. Getting the canner ready, and that's the salt for the brine, and we'll get to mixing. So what we're going to do is the next step. We're going to boil up the brine, which I told you has all the vinegar and the water in it, and the salt. And you got to get it cooking so that it dissolves the salt. I always put my lids and rings in the canner. You can notice it's a little corroded because we have iron in our water, so it kind of reacts with the aluminum here. But that keeps them hot, ready to seal, and sanitary while we boil this up and get it rolling. So what I do for this is I put in a little bit of garlic, a little bit of habanero, sprinkle of peppercorns, a couple of sprigs of dill, and as I said, this is kind of low budget here, so I turn it on its side and start packing the asparagus in there. It's pretty easy to do one-handed, as you can see, until all the jars are loaded up. So there's the last one all filled up. We'll drop these in the canner. It's a water bath canner. Let it go for 10 minutes. One thing to remember if you're doing something like this, sometimes it's good to make extra brine because you will, if you don't pack the jars tight enough, it'll just take a little bit extra. Just one of those little tips and pointers. Alright, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. As soon as the timer's up, I'll pop the top and we'll see what they look like. As you can see, all the plugs are out of this. This is a pressure canner, but you can also use it as a water bath. Just don't leave the plugs in, because otherwise you're going to have mushy asparagus. It'll be terrible. So it'll cook it. Alright, here we are. Got everything ready. Got the little jar lifter here. And let's see what we got. As you can see, there's a lot of brine, not a lot of asparagus. So it's kind of cool to watch. You can see they're like bubbling inside, and the asparagus is kind of wrinkled up. Basically, it pushed all the moisture out, and as this ages, it'll suck it back in, thus pickling your asparagus. So you want it a little bit more acidic than usual. Oh, just had one seal. I don't know if you heard the little pop. But it's just kind of cool to watch, and they'll look totally different in a couple of weeks. And like I said, this is why you use the extra brine, because as you can see, I didn't pack them very full. So there's a lot of brine, not a lot of asparagus, but a pint of pickled asparagus is quite a bit. Looks like we only have one left to seal. And when that's done, I'll just let them cool, rinse off the tops, and then you take the bands off so they don't get corroded. Because who knows how much, acid from the vinegar and salt that you have underneath there. You don't want it just eating your lid before you can eat your asparagus. Yep, and there's the last one. So we'll let them cool away from the drafts. And they'll just hang out in there. I like to let them soak for at least a month before I open them back up. That way they're just good and pickly. Thanks for watching.